with a badge, some bullshit. Weapons of the week, stories from the Outland Catalyst. You're recording already. Cool. I fucking hate you, dude. I fucking hate you, Calvin. I fucking hate you. I knew you were gonna do it, dude. That's why I kind of like paused and then looked up at the screen because I was like, "Here he comes, dude."
Is he paranoid? Does he think I'm?
I was like, "Here he comes, dude. Here he comes." Ladies and gentlemen, this is my dickhead co-host Calvin, who I love very much. I am Joel Cupcake, and you are back here right now, live, not in the Outlands, but we are trespassers of the Outlands, travelers of the Outlands, legends of the arena, and your Pex Pals. I'm Joel Cupcake.
That was a terrible intro.
What the fuck are you talking about? That was incredible.
That was bad. It was real bad.
You're bad. You're bad. What's your fucking name? Who are you?
You're fired from the show.
I'm fired? All right, bye, guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna get Dan Fonz to come co-host.
Dan. Fuck.
Dan Fonz.
Okay. I had to hold that one out for you.
I like that. Welcome everybody to this latest episode of Pex Pals, the only Apex Legends podcast for the mediocre gamer. My name is Calvanio Manio. This is my beautiful best friend here, Joseph Cupcake. Feel free to find us on all our social media platforms at Pex Pals Podcast. You can also email us, pexpalspodcast@gmail.com. Today is check out our website, pexpals.com, to check out all the things that I just said. Again,
all of them.
Today is actually going to be a very informative episode because we got a whole lot of stuff that just dropped today. But first and foremost, Joseph Cupcake, what is your weapon of the week?
My weapon of the week, ironically, I have given up on ranked, Calvin, as we talked about last week. It's official. I'm done. Like I did play a good game earlier. Got massive RP. Not the point. But like I've stopped like committing myself to it. So I've been doing all the LTMs. You know, last week was Shadow Royale. This week is gun game, and then actually starting. If you listen to this episode after Tuesday,
this week's Control. I think Control's back, right? No,
Control's coming. Right now it's gun game. We're really behind on our episode.
Yeah.
Because I worked like a 68-hour work week last week. So Joe, I don't care.
No one cares. Tell me your weapon of the week.
I care. Basically, I've been playing a lot of LTMs, and the Spitfire has been hitting great in those LTMs.
Spitfire.
The Spitty, dude.
Okay.
You know, still not sure how I feel on the light ammo switch. Still not sure how I feel on the no barrel stave. Mm-hmm. But for Shadow Royale, it was tight. When I get it in gun game, it kind of is a nice because it's a mid-range gun. You know.
Yeah.
And I got no complaints. Spitty's it's been feeling good.
It fucks.
I mean, the real reason I'm saying the Spitty.
Why?
Because I can't say the other thing.
Oh,
we agreed not to say.
You're right.
Because that's really my weapon of the week. That's
always my weapon of the week.
That she's been smacking. You know what I mean? That's all I gotta say.
Always. No. Actually, you know what's funny is I actually picked up the Spitfire a couple times this week too, and it's definitely a shadow of what it used to be. Like it's not the the team wiper. The butt wiper that it used to be. But it still slaps, man. It still slaps. And like for all intents and purposes, it's the better flatline. So like I don't know why people don't use the Spitfire over the flatline. You know, it does one more damage to body, 2 more damage to the head. It holds 25 more rounds.
Yeah. So and honestly, my flatline game's been mid-range is fine, but dude, a hip fire, I'd rather have all the bullets in the Spitfire because I feel like the hip fire with the flatline is not what it used to be. I don't know. I don't know if it's me. I mean, it's probably me because this is me we're talking about. But like, I don't feel like I lose like every hip fire engagement with the flatty, even if they're already like cracked. You know?
Yeah, it's the hip fire changes have been rough. I think I saw somewhere too that the hip fire changes, like you don't really see an improvement to hip fire from the last update until you get to the purple laser sight for all the guns.
I think we talked about this when you were gone with one of the guests. I think they like did the whole, there's that guy, I forget what his name is, but does all the breakdowns on YouTube. Like basically the guns are actually worse than they were
Yes.
until you put the purple barrel or the
Yes.
purple laser sight on.
Laser sight.
So
Yeah.
but I don't
So
know how that affects like the
I'm starting to
ARs
think
and
though.
stuff.
I'm starting to think that it was like a universal hip fire decrease. Which is funny because that's been like, you know, the bread and butter of Apex Legends.
Literally.
I don't know. Anyway, for me,
what about you? Yeah.
my weapon of the week may come as a surprise.
Ooh.
Because of how much I hate it. But the car SMG. Yeah. And so I don't know. I never went to the fire range to check out to see the damage output on it. I might do that tonight just to have that little nugget of knowledge. But I was just like literally just melting people. It was insane. And like throughout the night I was using, you know, the other SMGs like the alternator and the Volt and 99 whatever. But like none of them were like doing work like the car was for me this week. For some reason, something about it, I don't know what it was. Definitely not the 2-time sight on that gun because I put the 2-time sight and it's garbage. Gotta have a 1-time. For me personally.
Fair.
Yeah. But yeah, just melting dudes. Yeah, and it's so weird because like, you know, it doesn't take a laser, it doesn't have a hop up, doesn't have anything else. It's just the bare bones gun. Yeah.
Yeah. Before they took the barrel out, I was a big two times guy. Now I put the 2 times on that gun and like it's like a fucking fire hose. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, it's weird, man. You just miss everything.
I mean close range. I mean, I think it's better than the R9 now. I mean, that's just me. You know, that's just me. Of course, we all know I'm crazy.
Yes.
But like, you know, the Volt's better mid range, but the car beats the Volt close range, hands down.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that.
I mean, dude, you can watch, doesn't matter if they're a pro or not, you can watch any streamer that's good at the close range engagements that use like anybody that still uses the car over the Volt or the 9.9, like close range, like they're a nightmare with it, man.
It's very good. It is doing good for me recently. I don't know, whatever. Hey, if you're listening to this, tell me your fucking weapon of the week. And if you don't, I will cry.
You will cry. On the note of crying, Tears of Joy happened this week for me personally. In Apex, Calvin. Apex.
What is it?
Well, one of my favorite movies is Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory because I'm a fat kid, and everyone can get their fucking golden ticket right now.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Apex.
So if you
Sorry,
are not in the
know that was a big reach.
I was like, what the fuck?
I just wanted to talk about. I haven't had enough chocolate this week, Calvin. Let's be honest.
I haven't either. But if you have been in the know, if for some reason you didn't notice, in the replicator in the game, there's an option to craft something called a golden ticket. And Joe Cook, tell us what the golden ticket does.
So the golden ticket, well, you craft it and then you put it and it's in your inventory, and then when you go back to your menu. For the lobby, you know, when you choose which game would you want to play up at the upper right, it says golden ticket acquired, in so many days and so much time, you'll be able to see the new home of the Apex games. This is the new map coming. It's obviously the teaser. I don't know if people remember, like before Ash came out, there was these key cards. You got them, and then you like drop down in the little thing on Kings Canyon where she was, and you saw her. You got like this rad badge and a rad spray. You could only get if you actually did like the teaser. Like I guess it's like a teaser event, like in game. I don't really know what to call it.
Yeah.
The golden ticket is the first step of that. It's obviously alluded. You're taking a shuttle. Was that Olympus where we first saw the shuttle, or was? Oh no, it's when they introduced arenas. Remember? You took the shuttle and it like landed you into that battlefield where there's like dead bodies everywhere.
I think so.
Yeah, so it's going to be that kind of cinematic again, where it's going to fly us to show us the new world. That's the teaser coming. That's the teaser element coming next week. So
yeah.
But the cool part is in game, when you craft the golden ticket, it gives you a random golden gun.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so like I did it this morning just for shits and giggles. Got the gold hemlock, which is a ripper. I've seen people reported that they've gotten the beak. I've seen people reported that they've gotten some of the other stuff, which is cool because the gold beak is not in the gold gun rotation right now. So when you craft no, it's not.
I've gotten it
from the crafting ticket, or just in general.
Just in general.
Oh, okay. Fuck. Well, I was hoping it was just like a random golden gun
Oh
period,
no,
but
no, no, no.
maybe it is from the pool then. My bad.
That's, yeah, yeah. Go get on and
My
go check
bad.
that out. And all of that is to tell you that we just got teased for season 15 Eclipse, the next season that's coming out.
Not to be confused with the terrible vampire movie, by the way.
I never even heard of this vampire movie.
That's the one of the Twilight movies is called Eclipse.
It's called Eclipse?
Yeah.
Why do you know this?
You know the answer to that question.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
She's just not home right now.
We got teased for season 15 Eclipse. They announced a new battle pass for it. They announced a couple of new things, but the biggest thing is the brand new legend coming November 1st, Catalyst. Catalyst is what we're told is the Fortnite character.
I think I already made that comment on the show too, like
exactly.
a couple weeks ago.
What her description is: the experienced terraformer. You know that terraformer means like earth shaper, and defensive conjurer Tressa Smith uses her remarkable control of Pharaoh fluid to manipulate the battlefield. Pharaoh is a scientific term. What does that mean? But essentially, you get to build shit.
Yeah. Yeah, if you watch, there was a news story from the Outland today. I watched the video. I don't know if you did yet or Cal. You probably didn't, knowing you. It was awesome. Slight change in the the animation style. I loved it. It was really good. Cool little backstory on her. Definitely check it out if you haven't. It's tight. I really liked this one. It incorporates like some friends, like like all the legends seem to know each other, or they've gotten into trouble with each other. And you said her name was Tessa or Tressa with an R?
Tressa.
Tressa has some friends, and they're trying to basically save the planet, where the moon is being ripped apart above their planet, and the planet is where the new map is, and you shows them doing some stuff. I don't want to spoil it, and that's how she ends up becoming Catalyst.
Yeah, and
cool story.
So just to backtrack, Pharaoh is a derivative of ferrum, which is Latin ferrum, which is Fe, which is the element for iron. So ferrofluid is like iron fluid, metal fluid.
Oh, which makes sense because
she builds structures.
Yeah,
from what we've seen.
Yes,
her powers, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, it looks like she builds 3 diagonal platforms with her tactical, which I don't know. I'm assuming her passive is that she can interact with them.
I have no idea.
I really don't know how they're going to explain her passive. Anyways, but she can build 3 like 45-degree ramps.
That's cool.
So you can use them, and you can stack them on top of each other, so you can like go over a gap that you might not be able to go intentionally. And if the leaks are correct, we haven't seen the footage of her yet. We get footage of the map on the 20th, and then I'm assuming a couple days later will be the footage of her. That's usually how they do it. Like a week out, it'll be the footage of her. Anyways,
her
ult looks like a tower. Like it's supposed to be Horizon's cube, but it's a solid mass of this. What'd you say it was?
Ferrofluid.
Yeah.
Liquid metal. Stellar, I think is the name of the map. Stellar new map. And it says, in Boreas Shadow, the newest home of the Apex games gleams. Didn't you have a lore thing you wanted to say right here?
Yeah, a couple things. Octane, one of the the Apex tweets out the hype images. Octane apparently wants to move his showdown thing here. Octane's takeover, which I don't know how they would do that, how they would move a takeover. I don't know if they would bring something back or put a different takeover in place on Kings Canyon. Who knows? Doesn't matter to me. That's there. This is another Hammond Robotics place. Hammond Robotics that's who terraformed World's Edge. That's if you did the whole Bloodhound storyline, it's the same kind of they're the baddie. The baddie is either Octavio Silva from the Pharmaceuticals, which is Octane's dad, or it's Hammond Robotics.
Okay.
So that's who it is. They're here. They're trying to save the planet, but they really weren't. They're trying to terraform it for their own nefarious purposes. That's how she gets the ferrofluid. You know, it ties in a little bit to like some of the other planets and the ships, and like they're part of. Um, this is where like one of the ships was going that was in one of the previous cutscenes. It's a bunch of nitpicky lore stuff. You can look it up if you want. I don't. I usually rage. I'll rage too long about that if I start talking about it. So, but it's tight. More cool character tie-ins. Octane knows about this place and is pretty invested in it as well.
Yeah.
Curious how that's going to tie in. Really been liking all the voice lines they've added. They've added with the legends interacting.
Yeah.
So curious how that's going to go with Catalyst and the new people.
Yeah. I from what I've seen, because I never watched anything. She is already tied to Rampart lore wise. So, and Rampart's tied to Mirage, and so it's like, what other interactions are there?
Yeah, and Octane's tied to the planet, which means him and Lifeline are best friends. So,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. So hopefully there's more like I think that's kind of been like falling off lately is exploring the actual relationships between the characters. Like they just kind of introduce them, and then that's it. Like
well, also
like
you
with,
and I don't read any of the comic strips, like those treasure packs you
that's
collect every
true.
week. I think
That's
I think
true.
they have actually been exploring that a lot better than we realize.
Yeah. Whatever.
I
Anyway.
was waiting for that. I was waiting for that.
Anyway. And then the latest thing that they announced that they're going to be doing coming with Eclipse is something called gifting. Yeah, and
If
so
you've played this is like an MMO mechanic. It's very strange that it's being added to this game.
and you know what kind of puts a little bit more bite into it is on the website. It says it starts it out. The description of it starts it saying just in time for the holidays. It's like motherfucker, like so what?
EA wants their money, dude.
Yeah, they really do. So what gifting is you can select an item in the store, in the in-game store, and you can either purchase it for yourself or you can gift it. You can select gift, purchase it, and then send it to a friend that's in your friends list. And then they get that item. So, like, say for example, Joe's like, "Oh man, I really want this brand new caustic skin, but I don't want to pay $20 to get it." And I'd be like, "Oh, I already have enough Apex coins saved up. I can just use these coins, buy this for Joel, and send it to him, and then Joel gets that skin or whatever it
Sure,
is that's in the store."
sure.
First off, you must have login verification turned on and be at least account level 10, and then be in-game friends if you want to send or receive gifts. And so
Interesting. I wonder how that applies to console players.
I think it might be the same. I'm not sure. And then your account must also be in good standing. So like no reports. You can't have been like pending a ban or just I think coming off a ban or something like that because they still haven't linked to
Okay.
your account or any things people reporting you about something. And you and your friend must have been friends for at least 2 weeks, and so that's to stop because
Smurfing and stuff like that.
smurfing and people creating accounts so that people can what's the word I'm looking for um
Smurfing.
well, smurfing, but there's also people who create noob accounts so they can build them up to level
To sell them.
500 to sell them. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it'll help stop some of that.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. Yeah, so once all those requirements are met, then you can start in doing all the gift stuff. And so
Yeah.
gifts can be acquired through Apex coins. And then you can give up to 5 gifts every 24 hours.
Oh, I thought it was 5 a month. It's every 24 hours.
Yes, you can give up to
Oh, they're
5
really
gifts
banking
every.
on this.
They're really banking on this, dude. You know what's funny though is I think this is a good thing overall
Okay.
because there is a side of gaming that most people don't realize. And what that is in the streamer community, a lot of streamers do giveaways. And this is another thing that streamers can do to give away to bring more interaction to their streams and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
well, also, sorry.
I was saying, like, and all like the pros, they have 1,000,000 Apex coins, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they have all the stuff, and so, like, this is something easy for them to do. And
well, the other thing, I think this might be a response to that Flatline skin where they changed it, said they're not bringing it back, all that. Because I would assume if you have a skin unlocked, you can gift it to somebody.
Maybe.
So maybe that's kind of why they're doing this, because there's so many. Like, the game's been out 3 years. Some, like, I have some Caustic skins that are probably never going to be in the store again.
Right.
That when I play with my friends who also like playing Caustic, they're like, "Yo, how can I get that?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So maybe this is that. Maybe this is. I mean, it could just be a cash grab. It is EA after all. Like, we shouldn't expect anything.
It's absolutely a cash grab.
And listeners, I want to remind you, when Calvin and I say stuff like this, it is directed specifically at EA. Mm-hmm. We are not trying to gang up on the Respawn people.
Hell no.
The Respawn people do their best to make a great game. They do their best to be as transparent. The servers they're allotted, the money they're allotted, the time they're allotted is all approved by EA. Yeah. So remember, hating on the devs is not fucking acceptable.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that.
And another thing that through this. So first off, all gifts are final and not refundable. So if you're buying gifts and send them out to people, and then you're like, "Oh, I don't want you to have this gift," you can't do that. So make sure you buy a gift for someone you would like to have the gift.
And I like the level 10 protection. You know, not to bring up other games on the show, but like, you know, Overwatch kind of has like 2-factor authentication going on right now too. And the new Call of Duty just announced, like, if you're on PC, unless you're on, like, unless you're on Origin, it's like a pretty gnarly process to log in and verify your account. It seems like all the people are trying to deal away with smurfing. You know, smurfing seems to be one of those things where, like, the pros are the only people that don't have a problem with it, and everyone else kind of does.
I mean, it's because the pros are doing it.
Well, exactly. That's my point. That's my point. Like, so whatever the reason is, it seems like all the studios, regardless of who, are doing it. You know, that's Activision Blizzard. This is EA. You know, there's other games that are alluding to adding this too. So, which I think overall is a good thing.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think what you call it? I think it's good. I think it's good for the game, because I think one of the things that this month of limited time modes has shown, people want to interact with the game more. People want to live in the game, right? No one really likes buying shit on Steam and sending it to people. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna go onto Steam and buy 5,000 Apex coins and gift it to a friend. I'm not gonna do that.
I mean, if you're a real streamer, you would.
Right, exactly. But like I would feel more comfortable buying Apex coins, like in-game currency or any game, in the game. I like doing it I don't want to leave the game, go to some launcher, some other website and I want to do it in the game, because if I have to do extra steps, I'm not going to do it.
Fair.
And so yeah, this whole gifting thing, I think it's good. I think it's good. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. That's all the updates. That's all they gave us.
I got two more things I want to run over, and then I got a question. Then I got a question for you.
Tell me.
We'll do the question last.
Ask me.
First thing I want to run over, for those of you that pay attention to the competitive scene, the ALGS qualifiers are happening, usually being streamed on Twitch. There's some cool new metas going on. There's some cool things going on. There's some new people trying to break out in the scene. Good way to get tips. Good way to keep up the time. If you don't want to play competitive right now, I'm a little bored of Apex. I won't lie. Short of the LTMs, I still love the game. I'm still invested. You know, it's going on. There's a lot of new. You can learn how to be a better IGL, learn how to be a better fragger, this, that, whatever you want. If that's something that interests you, just go on Twitch and click on the Apex tag.
Yeah.
Plenty of people streaming them all the time. Second thing is, you know, Calvin, if the leaks are pointing us correctly, you know, there's been no mention of the crafting rotation changing, and there's been no mention of what's going in the box. But more importantly, there's been no mention of any new gun.
That's true.
You know, I think that's good because we have the best gun meta we've had in a while right now.
Yeah, I agree.
I also think it's strange because if the rumor is correct, the season after this, we're not getting a legend.
Okay.
If that big leak that happened a couple months ago is correct, they're taking a month off after Catalyst or a season off. I think that's good. They did some cool things I want to talk about. We brought it up a couple episodes ago. They did new animations for the healing. This week they actually added new like audio cues for the healing. So like depending on if you're doing a medkit or a syringe, you hear like the little needle thing pop out.
Yeah.
Before he sticks it in, it's louder. All the different shield things make slightly different noises. I'm hoping that this is an effort for them to circumvent the built-in sound issues to the game. I'm hoping that this is where this is going. I'm hoping that that's also why potentially we're not getting a new legend. Potentially there's no new gun coming either because they are like hopefully trying to slowly fix or circumvent known issues. For those of you that are new to the show, Apex has a fluctuating fan base, which means we have a fluctuating listener base. We talked about it on the show before. An old dev kind of inadvertently wasn't supposed to admit it, but did. And basically the way the game is built, there's no way to go back down to season 2 and fix the audio files. It's just, it's not possible. So they have to change the way the whole game's audio files work going forwards. Let's just absolutely hope that what they're doing with the meds and whatnot is the first step in the right direction. All we can do is hope. And I'm hoping with no new gun thing, they're going to work on some more balancing. There's some things we've called out, such as like the wingman should always be in the replicator. The charge rifle's never been in the box or the replicator. There's a few things that we've noticed that haven't happened yet. So maybe they're going to give that a go. I'm really hoping there was a nasty rumor that they're adding a crossbow to the game. And the crossbow is going to be like a short range bow, more of like a wingman or an SMG type scenario. Because the bow is long range, so this will be short range. Because that way, when the bow comes out of the care package, there's a reason to put arrows back on the map.
Correct.
This is something that I don't agree with, but knowing what they've done every other season of the game, it does make sense.
I think, personally, I think no one will get crazy if they made the bow an energy gun. I don't think anybody would care. You shoot energy arrows or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think anybody would care.
I agree.
Just pick up. I mean, like the L-Star, you don't ever reload that bitch. You know what I mean?
Yo, and I might add, I know she was my weapon of the week like 2 or 3 weeks ago, but the L-Star has been slapping again.
L-Star slaps.
It's not what it was in that. What was that season 9 where it was?
Oh my god, it was a monster.
A terrorizer.
Yeah.
But
no. I see. Like you said,
I could see that. I could see that.
I appreciate you saying that the gun meta right now is really good because it is.
It is.
The gun meta is really good. Like I'm seeing a lot more weapon diversity in my games, and that's a good thing because there's still people who rock the wingman because the wingman's still fucking broken. But I've noticed, actually, kind of noticed a lot less wingmans because the gun meta is so good. Like, well, I mean, it's also strong point too, but the wingman's still the best sniper rifle.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah, but like I'm seeing so many. I'm seeing so many 30-30s. I'm seeing so many G7s. Not seeing the triple take at all. No, not at all.
Well, it was funny because was it last season? One of the episodes we did, like I had a whole point where I was like, they have to do something about the lack of treatment for light guns because R3 was in the crafter, G7 was still in the box, and then I think I would say the light guns are the strongest guns in the game right now because I mean maybe not damage wise, but like abundance and availability wise.
No, I'm going to agree with you because they took the wingman. They took the wingman and the Spitfire off of heavy. So I agree with you.
Yeah. So you have the Spitfire, you have the R3, you have the alternator, which by the way, like the alternator should be, if you're like, I can't find the gun I want, if the alternator is not your placeholder, I'm going to say that you're doing something wrong. That's just me. You know what I mean? Just Calvin would probably use the RE, which is fine because he's actually a beast with that weapon. So I get it, but not everyone is a beast with that weapon. You know what I mean? So, but I think now we went from a light ammo crisis to a light ammo like overcompensation.
Yeah, a light ammo abundance for sure.
Energy guns, let's be honest, besides the Volt, you could probably just delete all of them right now. It was different when the turbo was in the crafter.
Yeah.
Which it's not.
The Havoc
it's just the Havoc, which
and no one picks up the Devo.
I mean, there's a few.
Nobody picks up the Devo.
On a rip, I've seen some people that'll grab it on
a rip. I mean, on rip, but then they drop it
immediately. Yeah.
Because you can't find the turbo. You can't find the turbocharger.
You're a Devo slut.
I'm a Devo slut. You can't find the turbocharger. The new RNG.
Matter. You'll still use it.
The new RNG is shit. You can't find anything, dude.
And the only time I find the turbocharger is when I'm running like a double light gun loadout.
Yeah.
Or
I find a turbocharger.
It's not like, oh, here's a Volt, and then I find a turbocharger so I can just go craft a Havoc. Nope.
Right. No. I find a turbocharger, or it's either I find a turbocharger or I find a Devo, and that's it. I don't find the other one when I find one. It's bullshit. But anyways, light guns are the strongest class right now. Absolutely. The G7 rips. The 301's the best gun in the game. 99, one of the best guns in the game. Alternator fucking rips. And the 45 with hammer points rips. Like I said, I think the gun meta right now is in a good spot. I'm seeing a lot of diversity. I saw a couple beaks. I actually saw a couple beaks this week. Big. And so yeah, no, a new gun. Honestly, I don't want a new gun.
Correct.
I don't want a new gun. You know what I want? Let me tell you what I want.
Tell me what you want. What you really want.
I'm serious. What I want is disruptor rounds back. Okay. I want select fire back. Okay. I want to be able to put sniper scopes on marksman weapons.
Interesting.
Okay? And I want to be able to put sniper scope on the wingman. That's what I want.
I don't think that last one will happen. I'm with you.
It'll never happen, but I want it.
I was actually gonna say, I think it would be a fucking amazing. Oh,
hold on. One last thing.
Hit me with it, baby. One more time.
I want a marksman digital threat.
Oh, okay. I can get behind that.
I want a constant 4 times digital threat.
Okay.
Or rather, maybe like a 4 or a 3. So here's the thing. The bow needs to be able to take the 2-4. The bow needs a 2-4. The bow needs a 2-4. And so that way you can put a 4 times digital threat on the ARs and the marksman guns. I mean, you don't even have to make them sniper rifles anymore. If you give me a 4 times digital threat, don't put sniper rifle scopes on the marksman. Leave them the way they are. But I want a 4 times digital threat. What
if the digital threat was only available in 4 times?
So that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Only 4 times.
I don't agree. I'm sorry. ARs should never get a digital threat. I'm sorry.
Well, here's the thing, though.
After all the balancing they've done with Bang and Caustic and how unfair they've been to Caustic and how overpowered Bang is, I think that's counterintuitive to have the digital threat from that distance.
Okay. That's fair. Yeah. Make it a marksman only. Just like the 410 digital threat is for the snipers.
Snipers only. Yeah.
Yeah. Make the 4 times digital threat marksman only.
Love it. I do think the marksman guns need some love scope wise.
It fucks.
No argument there.
That's a great idea.
I was actually gonna say, Calvin, what if we don't get a new gun next season because they really do spice it up and we do get select fire back? Heavy guns are hands down at a disadvantage right now. You need to. I mean, you can't do much to the Hemlock other than increase the headshot multiplier. Sure. I do think they should do that. I do think that's completely fair.
Sure.
I think if we increase the Hemlock's headshot multiplier, more people will use it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if you give the Prowler full auto, it will be the #1 used gun in the game.
Oh, I believe so too.
I think anybody that's been playing the game since launch will immediately, even people like me and the nice wigs of the world who are like Volt, like,
sure,
like that's the word we preach is the Volt. You know what I mean? Like, right. I think even us I would go back in a second. I would never pick up a Volt again if I had the option to do a full auto Prowler. They need,
and in order to clean up ground loot, put all mods in the replicator. It's high risk, high reward. The longer you sit at the fucking replicator, the more likely you're gonna get fucking shot.
I
You know
agree.
what I mean?
I agree.
It'll make you use your because right now all people use resources for is to one, level up their white armor to blue, and two, create whatever's in there that week that they want for their gun, and three, make bats. That's all I use it for.
There
That's all I
should be
ever.
a fourth thing they're using it for, and nobody does because they're all dummies. But that's
What
when
is
the
it?
purple helmet's in there. You have, dude, with those
Oh, purple
changes to
helmet.
the helmet damage mitigation, you have to build. I see so many people that still will walk up, be like, need my purple backpack.
Yeah.
And I got a white helmet on, and I'm like, okay, well, when you get sniped, I'm not rezzing your bitch ass.
Here's the thing, though.
You know what I mean?
I always prioritize backpack over anything else.
I
Fuck
don't
everybody.
anymore.
I prioritize backpack and I prioritize magazine over everything else. Okay?
Well, mag makes sense, obviously.
Yeah.
That's I'm not gonna argue with you on that.
But I make a helmet before I make a bat. That's what I do.
I'm with that. The bats always last.
That's always last. But put all mods, attachments, the mod attachment in the replicator. Put them all there.
Mm-hmm.
Put them all there.
I agree.
Because I'm not gonna like when I'm running through, like for example, it would make you want to use stuff like the RE45 because like, oh, I found a 45. I'm gonna use this gun. Too bad I can't find hammer points. Now I'm not gonna use this gun. If it's in the replicator, you just fucking make it, and then ta-da! Someone's using a gun that has low playtime. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing for everything else. Like why won't like double tap? You know what I mean? Oh, some people like the G7 with double tap, but you never fucking find it. Some people like the Evo with double tap, but you never fucking find it. You know what I mean? Just put them all there, and that way you can bring back the classic ones. Like the Select Fire or the fucking what's the other one? The Anvil Receiver.
Yeah.
Put him in the replicator. Damn it. Anyways, what is it?
The other thing I wouldn't mind seeing, Calvin, is the fucking Select Fire on the Havoc, because then that gun doubles its use. You have something to combat the charge rifle with, because we all know how annoying that fucking weapon is.
Mm-hmm.
And we have something for the people like me who are bad at sniping. Like, if I don't have the Sentinel, like I'm probably losing my snipe battle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Here's the thing though. Agreed. Because like right now you can put the 2-4 in the Havoc. No one fucking uses the 2-4 in the Havoc. Nobody uses the 2-4 in the Havoc. So now, but if you have a 2-4 on it and you have Select Fire, right?
Mm-hmm,
Shoot your little Havoc laser beam, you do it. You do it.
Yeah.
You do it. Don't lie.
I agree.
Don't lie. Let us know what little fantasy changes that you would like to see in Apex Legends in the upcoming seasons on our social media accounts at Pex Pals Podcast. That's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. Check us out on YouTube as well, where you can watch this fucking video as we record it live. I don't know why I said it like that. Or you can email us, pexpalspodcast@gmail.com. We respond. We do. Actually, I haven't been to the email account in a while. But we respond.
We do. I have it on my phone.
Yeah. Okay. What else you got cooking over there?
It's more of a like, dare we ask the question, Calvin? Dare we?
I'm dared.
Is Apex a dying game?
Is Apex a dying game?
Now, there's a couple of facets to this. I'm seeing this discussion. I'm seeing these comments more on Twitter and Reddit.
Okay.
I'm seeing something I never thought I would see, and that's, Apex is doing, 20 to 60K viewers, usually only 20 to 40K viewers, and Overwatch is at over 200,000 viewers. Now, Overwatch is a new game. There's a lot of hype. A lot of old streamers that have gotten bigger since Overwatch 1 have gone back to it.
Mm-hmm.
Lord knows how much money Activision and Microsoft are pouring into Blizzard because there's a lot of people that are getting paid to play Overwatch right now. They're already big streamers. Now, there's that going on. Obviously we know Just Chatting's been an angle for a minute. Warzone is coming soon. The updated Call of Duty stuff is, Modern Warfare 2 is coming soon. Like, Barf. I agreed, but it still has to be in the conversation, like especially with like the like I don't no one's using the word like Overwatch is like the apex killer, but
Yeah.
like you know we did a month of LTMs, which I legitimately thought was going to help the game, and but then there's no price tracker, there's no
Yeah.
I've said for years, or not years, I'm sorry, I've said for months, if you hit control and you get like you reach the gold level where you're like the highest XP person in the game,
Yeah.
like you should get a free like a simple dive trail. Like
Sure.
there should be something, a
Or something.
month of LTMs with no tracker, no cosmetic rewards, no nothing other than what you
Mhm.
buy in the store,
Yeah.
like that's boring.
Yeah.
I think the community's finally said, okay, enough of Stormpoint. I think a lot of people, I'm kind of seeing that unanimously, people agree Stormpoint is good for ranked, but not as a pub map. But I just think we've been force fed it for 3 seasons now.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. The thing is that Stormpoint is a good map. It's good for pubs. It's good for ranked. It's just that we keep fucking getting it. Like we
Yeah,
keep getting it. Like
I agree.
they keep taking Olympus away from us, and they keep giving us Stormpoint, and they keep giving us um fucking
King's
World's
Canyon.
Edge.
Oh, World's Edge. Yeah,
World's Edge and Stormpoint. World's Edge is like it was World's Edge and Stormpoint for like fucking what was it? A season and a half, dude.
yeah,
Jesus fucking Christ, like give it a break, dude. Like
yeah.
she doesn't like you, dude. Okay, stop talking to her. No. but yeah, so like to answer your question, is Apex Legends a dying game? I don't think so. I don't think it's dying. I don't think it's dying in popularity. I think people still love the game. The problem with Apex right now, and I don't know how it happened so fast, but Apex quickly got very hard. Apex
Hmm.
quickly got very hard. And I think it's because of the way that they've changes to matchmaking. Um and specifically in ranked, right? The biggest issue right now with ranked is that there are platinum and there's diamond and platinum people playing with predators.
Yeah.
And and if you're platinum, that also means you're playing with gold people. So technically, there are gold people playing with predators right now. And the reason for that is they adjusted the matchmaking in ranked so that predators won't have to wait 20 minutes to get a full predator master
Yeah.
match. So that they are able to play the game more, which is not fair in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because for example, Overwatch, their queue times now are much easier now, but in Overwatch 1, when they did role select, sometimes the queue
Oh
time
yeah.
for DPS was 15 minutes. And that wasn't even like high ranking. That was like gold, you know,
Yeah.
in Overwatch, which everybody's fucking gold in Overwatch. Um, and so the fact that it took 15 minutes to queue into a DPS game, like people did it. That's the thing though. People did it and people were doing it.
Hmm.
And so they should be able to do that here. There's no reason why Predators should be playing anybody less than Masters. There's no reason.
Yeah.
If you make it to Masters, you should be able to play Predators and not complain. Um,
I agree.
and Predators should be playing Masters, and that's it. I mean, they're the same fucking thing, dude. Um, yeah, Masters can play Diamonds, sure, but maybe Diamonds could play Predators, but Platinum should not be playing Predators.
I
Platinum should
agree.
not be playing Masters. There's
I
no
agree.
fucking way. That's not fair. It's not
I agree.
fair.
It's not. And
So
they still haven't fixed the skill based matchmaking. They still haven't done a lot of the things. Like we still don't have. I'm still stuck at 60 frames on a next gen
yeah,
console.
yeah.
You
And
know.
so yeah, to answer the question, I don't think it's a dying game, but I think they're not trying to save themselves.
Correct.
Um, and because they're catering the game to the high level players, and the game is becoming way too fucking hard.
Hmm.
It's not fun.
It's turning. You know
Pub
what it's turning into? CS:GO.
Yeah, exactly. CS:GO turned fucking in PUBG for that matter. It turned fucking high level players.
Hmm.
And it's because high level play brings in money for them because people watch tournaments and they endorse their
Yeah.
favorite players, stuff like that. But like they're totally neglecting the larger fan base of casuals. Pubs ranked isn't fun. Obviously, ranked shouldn't be fun. Ranked should be like, okay, let's go and fucking grind for real. Pubs is not fun.
No, it's
And
not.
I mean, it's fun
The
for
skill-based
me.
matchmaking is still fucking broken, dude.
Yeah, it's fun for me because
Yeah.
I pub stomp.
I mean, I think we've all been guilty of that. Anybody
Oh,
with
no.
even like a small level of skill has been guilty of that. But it gets old.
It gets old. It gets old because sometimes I get pub stomped. And it's me pub stomping, like you said, gets old. Me getting pub stomped gets old. It's just like, okay, man, like, why are you trying this hard? You know, like, let's just all just
my KD from when the first year of this game, when I didn't take it seriously, I like didn't even understand how to play BRs. My KD, I'm still climbing out of the hole. I'm still not at a 1 KD.
Yeah.
I'm a true mediocre gamer.
Mm-hmm.
And the amount of when I do a pub game, the amount of masters and former pred trails I see is not okay. It's insane. Not. And I know a lot of people get boosted, and I know a lot of people sell accounts. Sure. I get it, but that is irregardless of that fact.
Irregardless,
I should not be seeing those people it shouldn't just be, oh, well, everyone's level 500. So everyone that's level 500, same lobby, have fun, figure it out.
Sure.
Like, that sucks because how many fucking, 19-year-old kids can just sit around and play video games all day and got to level 500 and they're not good? And vice versa. How quickly does it take someone who is good to get to level 500?
Oh, yeah.
Those two
over
people.
Over the years, people have just been playing. And then over time, you get to 500. That doesn't mean you're good. I mean, like, I don't know what level I am now.
I'm terrible.
Yeah, well, I'm saying, like, I don't know what level I am now, but I'm not that good. You know what I mean? Like I'm mediocre, which is the whole point of this podcast. But like,
See what you did there.
I'm a mediocre gamer, right? Yeah. I don't sweat. I don't, but there are people who do sweat, and good on them. Yeah. But there's most people don't, and so we shouldn't cater the game to the people who do sweat, because it ruins the fun for everybody else. And so so the game isn't dying.
I'm seeing exactly that argument, Calvin, is that there's no love for the casual right now.
No love for the casual,
and it sucks, man. It really does. We keep getting this rumor of like a third person mode and or solos coming back. I think either could be cool.
I think third person mode would be actually pretty dope.
Yeah,
I think that'd be really cool, to be honest. To be able to see your character move around, number one. Number two,
pull the guns.
Yeah, like pull the guns. But number two, like see all your abilities.
Yeah.
Like that'd be cool.
And the heirlooms. Oh man, being able to actually see Rev in third person with the scythe running.
Swinging the scythe, dude, that'd be dope.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I think I really hope that rumor is true, man. I would love a third person mode. Also, why do we have a badge in the game for duos when you can't level it up?
Wait, is there?
There's a badge from when duos first happened, the very first year. It was like a Valentine's Day thing, remember?
Oh yeah, the heart.
So there was a Valentine's Day heart thing, but then there's another one where it's two hands fist bumping.
Okay.
And it's when duos was an LTM. And there's no way to level it up. No, like I think that me as a casual player, if you gave me ranked duos, that's all I would play.
Probably.
Because it's so easy for me to be like, Calvin, let's do ranked duos.
Yeah.
It's the third that's always the problem.
Sure.
And when there's 3 cooks in the kitchen versus 2.
Yeah. But here's the thing though, is this all ties back to what we were talking about. Duos is fucking sweaty. Like whenever I play with my friends and it's just like me and another person, we're just fucking around playing duos. I'm like, be prepared. Duos is sweaty, and duos is incredibly sweaty. Arenas turn fucking sweady.
Oh, arenas is just uninstall that mode.
Dude, arenas turn sweaty super fast. Like everything's just turning sweaty. Like
yeah, I agree.
It's just weird, man. It's just weird. But anyways, yeah,
those are my thoughts. I don't like it. Yeah, well, I agree with you. I think they need to do something. There's a lot of people kind of saying like, hey, it's going to be too late soon.
Yeah.
Like, and they're spending the big bucks to make Modern Warfare 2 and whatever they're calling the next Warzone 2, I guess, I think is what it is. I don't remember.
I have no idea.
They're really trying to make it look like they're taking elements from Fortnite and Apex and putting it in the game. Like they're doing things. They're really trying. And even if it's only a short-term fad where people play that game for 3 months and then come back to Apex, who cares? I really do hope they can figure it out. ALGS, the competitive scene is getting much bigger for Apex, which is cool.
Interesting.
But you would think with the competitive scene getting bigger for Apex and the money being spent on the pro circuit for Apex, they would fix the game. You know what I mean?
You would think.
You would think.
You would think. Yeah. So let us know what you guys think about everything we talked about, or if you have any thoughts. Joe Cupcake, there's something we haven't been doing these past couple of weeks, and I keep forgetting to do it. And it's our Motherload music part of
segment.
the show.
Yeah, honor the boy Fusey.
Honor the boy Fusey boy. So Joe Cupcake, if you don't have one, I can go first.
You can go first.
Okay.
Not because I don't have one, but because I always go first. So I'll let you go first.
My Motherload music album of the week is actually a brand new album from a friend of mine, and she goes by Joliet for JOLELIET and the number 4. Joliet 4. She just released an album called Heartbreaker. And it's all the songs on it were written by her. She's a fantastic singer, a fantastic musician. She is incredibly talented. The songs on there, a lot of love songs, a lot of heartbreak songs, and some fun songs too.
Good.
Yeah, go check it out. Nice mixture of like it's definitely a pop album. But check it out. It should be on Spotify and it should be on Apple Music as well.
Excellent.
What about you?
Mine
Joe?
is I gotta go with the classic, man. Again, I'm really bad about this. I consistently do it, but it's okay. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go with 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge by My Chemical Romance.
Oh shit!
My girlfriend and I got to go see them last week.
Yeah,
and or 2 weeks ago, technically. I keep forgetting how long it's since we did an episode of the show. They were great. Good time to see live. Gerard still sounds perfect.
Of course.
They don't look like the bicentennial emo band anymore. They all just look like shot ass like rock and roll dudes, except for the guitar player. They don't look like emo dudes anymore.
Right.
But show was great. Played a little too much new stuff for my blood, but it's made me revisit that album multiple times.
Love that.
Yeah.
So before we end the show, Joe, I need to know: are you a 3 Cheers or are you a Black Parade person?
Oh, 3 Cheers, 100%.
Okay, thank you.
Not even. That's a question.
That's a question. That's legitimately a question. Some people.
I brought you my love. You brought me your bullets. Like it's even better,
dude.
But
some people stand Black Parade. Like they.
Oh, I'm aware. Yeah.
And
when they started playing Black Parade, and then they played that song from that album, Mama, which they've never played live before. Like people just like fucking went ballistic, dude.
Oh shit.
Like I was like, I've never heard a room like that loud, They're not the biggest circle pit I've ever seen in my life to this day. No one will ever take that crown from POD. I don't know why, but actually I do know why, because we are the youth of the nation.
Youth of the nation.
I mean? Yeah.
Anyways, thanks everybody for listening to this latest episode of Pex Pals. Please subscribe on all the platforms that you're doing this on. Check us out on YouTube, subscribe there so we can get up to the 100 follower count and get our fancy little URL.
We're almost there.
Leave us a review. That also helps with discoverability. And thanks everybody for checking it out. Bye.
Bye.